Hi, everybody. Comic Artist Pro Secrets live. Live. I think we're live right now. That's fantastic. Hello, everyone. How are you? My name is Ethan Van Sciver. Uh, Boy, what a weird day. What a weird day we're having here at Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and I think on the internet itself, as Captain Marvel uh, enthusiasts crack down on free speech. Let me call up the chat here. We have some things to talk about. This is very, very, very strange. I've invited some comic skaters in. Hello, Donald. How are you?
What's going on, man?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. It all started last night, and I really think that actually it started out last week. Hi, everyone. Hi. All right, we got some people kind of coming in now. I know we're doing kind of an early stream here. It's only 2 p.m. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff is going on. Donald, last night, Rotten Tomatoes, the aggregate movie review site, actually decided to take down their ability for you, for common people, for just regular fans of movies to click I don't want to see this movie. They took that down because there was an overwhelming response from film goers that they didn't want to see Captain Marvel, and it's no wonder because Brie Larson has been on an absolute tirade talking about her social justice advocacy, responsibility, her activism, in order to use this movie as a way to kind of build herself up as some sort of SJW superwoman angel from, where, I mean, it's a bizarre thing to hear her talk about what she thinks she's supposed to be doing out there. Now, of course, we have criticized this. It's our job to criticize this. It's what our YouTube channels are for.
Right.
I've about had it at this point. This is crazy. Rotten Tomatoes actually taking down the ability for people to just say, I don't want to go see this movie is one thing. But then some very weird stuff is happening. I just tried to post another video about Captain Marvel NPCs responding to Rotten Tomatoes doing this. Rotten Tomatoes silencing free speech, Donald. Okay? It's pretty simple.
Yeah, taking away voices.
Taking away people's voices. You are not allowed. You are not allowed to do anything to oppose the SJW profitability. Suddenly, these SJWs care about profits, but they only care about profits as a way of saying, "Eat that, incel." You know, it's like this movie made $180 million its opening weekend. What do you have to say about that? I guess wham and rule. I guess whatever it is that they're concerned with. It's really stupid. They should be concerned about making good movies and entertaining everyone. They're not. They're specific about the people that they want to denigrate, that they want to marginalize, and the people that they want to uplift and go to town supporting and all of that stuff. It is a very, very, very strange atmosphere. So I uploaded a video and they actually they hid all of the views for
Really?
20 minutes. For 20 minutes, there were 0 views and like 300 comments. Not only that, but they hiked up the volume of the background music. They effed with the background music on this thing. I had it turned down all the way consistently. Halfway through the thing, the volume on the background music goes absolutely ballistic, pretty much ruining the video. I had to take it down and re-upload it again, and I believe they're still doing the same thing at this point. Yeah, 0. Look, 108 thumbs up, 0 views. So something is going on. I mean, something is really going on with Captain Marvel and with Disney actually taking control of and stopping certain voices in the media from getting out. They're stopping the common people from, this is what I suspect. Now, why? Why do I think this? Well, 4chan isn't exactly the best, the most reliable source in the world, Donald, but look at this here. Let me see if I can pump this up a little bit. This just came out. Look at this. The company I work for has hired outside entities to post anti-Captain Marvel sentiments on various websites. This is being done to paint certain websites as hate speech, to invalidate your opinions, and to use as advertisements for future anti-male projects. Disney is also indirectly behind the GoFundMe grassroots campaign to beg for money to send children to our films. And yes, everyone is scared this movie will bomb. How do you like that? And it's like, I do kind of believe this. I got to believe this. I got to believe that they're terrified that this movie is going to bomb at this point.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be
Craziness.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. A buddy of mine tried to go on there and post a review on Alita, a 5-star review, and he wasn't able to. He was able to post a review on The Last Jedi, a negative review on The Last Jedi, but he wasn't able to post a positive review on Alita, which I think is kind of connected because that
Yeah,
movie is being loved by everyone more so than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I think the Alita right now is being seen as the alternative to Captain Marvel, and that is scaring the piss out of them too. But I look at this; everyone is scared this movie will bomb. Disney is indirectly behind the GoFundMe grassroots campaigns to beg for money to send children to our films. Look at this: send girls to see Captain Marvel. I've said this all along. This is my thing. This is what I've been saying. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for Disney to allow Brie Larson to go out and support this charity. It's so immodest. It's so crazy that there are a bunch of these grassroots charities popping up. Their sole purpose is to raise money to buy movie tickets to send underprivileged girls to see Captain Marvel. It sounds wonderful if you're stupid. I came after one of the guys I came after the whole charity effort, and one of the main guys responsible for this came after me, called me a racist, and threatened to sue me.
I remember that video floating around.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm furious about this. Tonight is the High Council. I'm gonna have a thing or two to say about this, and I think at this point it's war. I mean, my channel doesn't want to do this. I just want to make fun of SJWs. I just want to make fun of SJWs and the stupid things that they like and care about, because the things that they like and care about are stupid. The stupid things that stupid SJWs like and care about are stupid, Donald.
No argument. No
Do
argument.
the math on that. Yeah, you can't argue with that, can you, Donald?
Nope.
Not at all. So this is where we find ourselves right now. This is where we find ourselves. Again, look at this. There's a company this guy works for that hired outside entities to post anti-Captain Marvel sentiments on various websites. They are trying to make anti-Captain. This is so effing weird, man. Certain websites as hate speech to invalidate your opinions and to use as advertisements for future anti-male projects. And how could this be anything? How could this be considered anything but anti-male? It's so weird. I don't believe this stuff normally, Donald, but I'm watching it happen real time.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a conspiracy guy, but there's a lot of shadiness going on that you just can't really brush aside when you're watching it happen.
No, you can't. You can't. You have to just kind of acknowledge that something is definitely going on. There is some kind of PR movement to silence people who are making fun of Captain Marvel. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. I'm supposed to see this movie. I don't want to see this movie. I don't want to support. I don't want to give one dime to this movie. I never felt that way about Star Wars. Only for 1 second. I always treated Star Wars with a sense of humor. Like I thought their evil was kind of sweet. This is hardcore evil. Their evil was, hey, I'm gonna completely ruin Luke Skywalker. This is, I'm gonna absolutely denigrate your ability to talk back. I'm gonna destroy your ability to speak out against what we're doing. If you are a white male, I'm gonna have our star, the hero, the object that little girls are meant to look up to. The object she wants little girls to look up to her as she's out there talking about how white males and their voices need to be silenced.
Yeah, if you changed white to black, how would that not be racist?
It's racist now.
Yeah,
it doesn't even matter. It's racist no matter what. This idea about that people have about reverse racism isn't true. There's no such thing. Reverse racism means not racist. If you look at people, on the basis, if you judge people, if you consider people on the basis of their skin color, and Donald, I'd be in trouble because I'm very, very white. Look at me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Most of the guys, yeah. Well, it might be the light. Donald, it didn't help. Donald, it didn't help. Still very, very white. And most of the guys in Comicsgate are kind of brownish,
I'm right there with you, man. I'm pretty white myself. Especially since I never go outside. But
yeah.
But people are saying that it's impossible to be racist against white people. But if you switched what her words are people would straight up say that's racist. So
Yeah.
just saying you can't come interview me because of your skin color and your gender, racist and sexist.
Dude, most certainly. Of course it is. Of course. Jeremy's already boycotting Captain Marvel. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He's called for a boycott.
Yeah, I won't be seeing it either. It's not getting my money. I'm a little iffy on Shazam now because Zachary Levi just couldn't keep his mouth shut.
No, well, you know, I saw the two of them together. That was an uncomfortable picture. That was an uncomfortable image of the two of them kind of embracing. I was like, ew, what are you doing, man? I like Zachary Levi. I don't know what he's doing.
I
And
would
I'm
not be
looking for
surprised if he was told to do that by Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers owns Fandango, which owns Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Here's Collider. Adios, trolls. After a targeted attack tanked the Captain Marvel audience score, Rotten Tomatoes will no longer allow fans to leave reviews or comments prior to the movie's release. Look at Collider. Adios, trolls. Adios, customers, you dickheads.
Yeah.
Adios, customers. That's what you're saying here.
Nobody's allowed to leave a review now. Nobody.
Unreal how they do this. Unreal how they use language. People who do not appreciate the way that they talk to people, the way they treat fans, are trolls. Rotten Tomatoes is rolling out a series of new initiatives aimed at elevating the voice of fans and increasing data relevance. But one of these changes, and by the way, these mean nothing. These were all an excuse to roll out the main change that they wanted to roll out. One of these changes is very clearly a movement against trolls. These people think trolls are real, trying to take advantage of the system. Over the last couple of years, it's become commonplace for fans who have yet to see a movie to enact a negging campaign designed to bring down a film's audience scores prior to release. Well, stop putting out stupid SJW movies. Stop putting out hostile, weird, far left wing takeovers of male dominated properties, and you'll have fewer problems like this. I don't understand why they're doing this in a way that's specifically meant to, there's a kind of hostile, mean spirited attitude behind it. And then when they get a response, they go, "You trolls. Why are the trolls doing this?" The Ghostbusters fans did this by downvoting the trailer to Paul Feig's female-led reboot, which was a horrible movie. Marvel Studios fans intentionally tried to tank the Rotten Tomatoes score of Black Panther. And just recently, a small group of devoted misogynists, small group, if there's such a small group, how did they tank the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, you dummies? Bringing it down to 40%. It wasn't. It was 27%, despite the fact that, aside from critics, no one has seen the movie yet. That's not what it was. This is what is absolutely infuriating about these lies. These are lies. It wasn't about film criticism. The question was, do you want to see the movie or not? That was the question that Rotten Tomatoes asked people. It's good research. It's good marketing data for the producers, the people who are promoting these films, who produce these films. Do you want to see the movie? It's a simple question. You don't, obviously, Donald, obviously you didn't see the movie yet. You didn't see the movie yet. If you're answering the question, do you want to fucking see the movie, Donald?
Right.
God. So the answer is no, I don't want to see the movie.
And it's pretty straightforward on their website. It says not interested in seeing it or interested in seeing it.
I swear to God, you see this Gerber baby down here? See this ad with the Gerber baby? Almost every one of these male feminists put a beard on that, and that's what they look like. Donald, you know it's true.
It is. It is. Just put a beard right under the chin that comes down to the nipples.
Little mama's boys. Never grew up. I'm a male feminist. Well, what's your problem with equality? No one has seen the movie yet. I wonder what the common denominator between these movies could be. I don't know. SJWs being rude. SJWs trying to incite, I don't know, bad feelings, incite conflict. That's what the common denominator is. SJW intervention. What do you think? What are you talking about here? So Ghostbusters 2016 was a male. The Ghostbusters franchise is obviously probably enjoyed mostly by men. It stars men. You kick the men out. You put a bunch of dumpy looking women in there, and you just do a gender swap. You do a gender swap of Ghostbusters. People do not appreciate it. You do it deliberately to kind of say girl power. Create something of your own. Okay. Black Panther was awesome. I didn't hear anything about Marvel fans trying to intentionally tank the Rotten Tomatoes score of Black Panther because they didn't. They weren't able to. It was like a perfect 10 everywhere.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
And Captain Marvel, again, is being driven by idiocy. These people are purposely provocative, and then they go, "Who, me? What did I do?" You're intentionally provocative. You're saying racist, weird things. You're saying sexist, weird things, and you're provoking a reaction from the fans. And the fans are just saying, "Screw you. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that this does not succeed, so we get less of this. Free market. We're going to get less of this. Less." Today, Rotten Tomatoes announced a series of changes to its system. Yeah, this one doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter, but this one does. This was the entire point. This was all a smokescreen in order to do this, which was to remove the want to see score. Now, who asked them to do this? Who actually asked them to do this? Who asked them to remove the want to see score? Is that something that they did independently? Why do they care? Since when does Rotten Tomatoes care about a movie getting downvoted like this? I mean, certainly Disney should care. You know what I mean? Marvel should care. The MCU should care. Why would Rotten Tomatoes care? Why would they be motivated to make a change like this to end an interactive aspect of their website? Who did that? Donald, I'm asking you a question.
I would say Disney. I would say Disney leaned on them a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good guess. That is a good guess. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the thing there, and it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
but I would say that Disney leaned on them a little bit.
I would guess. Yeah, that's a guess of mine, and it's just there's a lot of stuff all happening at once. The movie is going to be here in like a week, like a little more than a week. The movie's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Now's the time to kick some ass, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it wouldn't be very hard for them to do. Disney puts out big movies all the time. Disney, Marvel, and the people of Rotten Tomatoes, they get free, passes or whatever. They get little gift baskets to go see these movies, to review them, to give them positive reviews.
Yeah.
All Disney would have to say is, we're going to cut that off.
Yeah, V wants to come in here. Let's get V in here.
And then boom.
This is one of those times where everyone needs to come together. Mm-hmm.
And an interesting thing about Black Panther and Captain Marvel is Black Panther had a social justice message from the cast as well. But when they sold it, it was, this is a good thing for people. This is a good thing for our people. It's a monumental cinematic moment for Black people. And people had a problem with it being sold that way, sure, because they should have just sold it on it being a fun fantasy movie, sci-fi fantasy movie. But look how much money it still did. Because they weren't excluding people. They weren't excluding a set of people in order to boost themselves up.
Yeah.
They sold the movie, and they sold why it's an important movie for a specific type. Whereas Brie Larson is going out there and saying, this movie is not for you, it's not for you, it's not for you, don't go see it.
V, who is this movie for?
Hello, gentlemen. Strong, empowered women. That are
Why are they giving it to little girls? Why are they forcing little girls to see it?
I think it's to increase the sales for the movie. It's a very ingenious con.
I'm glad you said that, V. I'm glad I didn't have to say that because you said it.
Can you show people the things that I gave you in the DMs? Because you talked about Disney. Are you familiar with the Orville?
There's no porn in these DMs, is there?
No.
I love the Orville. Great show.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Hold on a second.
The Orville is porn for me because it's a really great show.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Best Star Trek show made in the last 20 years.
It's pornography of the mind, Ethan.
That's my favorite kind. That's the only kind of pornography that I allow in my heart. All right, so what does this say? The Orville 19% from the thermometer.
Yeah.
Thermometer.
Yeah.
Is that the tomato meter?
That is the season 1 Orville. That is before the Disney buyout, when the critics were shilling hard for Star Trek.
Right.
And you can see what happens after Disney buys the Orville.
Non-social justice. They don't like it. 92% liked it. Social justice Star Trek. 84%. Certified fresh. Nobody liked it. Look at the sad spilled over box of popcorn, V.
People just left, eh?
Somebody spent $50 for that bucket of popcorn and it's spilled out all over the place. That's the tragedy of this. That's like harsh imagery. You go to the movies, you buy I don't even know what it's like in Romania. What does it cost in Romania to buy a bucket of popcorn?
There's people sneaking it in because it's expensive at the cinema, so they buy it from a shop or a kiosk, and then they sneak it in the movie.
Just like America.
Yeah. Oh, you do that here? Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. We have the Orville season 2, 100% critics consensus. 100% critics consensus. What does that mean?
It means that Disney, it is the magic of Disney, Ethan. That's what it means. Mickey Mouse were like, haha, you're going to give Disney good grades.
Oh. So Disney owns Orville now. I didn't know that.
Yes.
So this
season 2.
Disney. Oh.
Because they bought Fox.
We bought Fox. Haha. You'll not give it 90%.
V, your Mickey Mouse is pretty good.
Well, thank you. I'll take away your passes. I'll take away all of your movie passes if you don't give it 100%.
There's something to that. Disney at this point is bullying people. I mean, just YouTube voices at this point. YouTube voices. Let's see if my video has any views yet. No, it has 298 thumbs up, 121 comments, 0 views, V.
Is this because, yeah, I got it as well. Is it due to us talking about Disney? If you put Disney in the title, you get 0 views?
No, I've actually used Disney a lot, and Disney isn't in this title. The title is Captain Marvel SJWs Celebrate Rotten Tomatoes Destroying Your Free Speech for Them. Now, that's a damn good title, V.
It is, but I made the video like earlier. I believe it's like 1 hour ago. It's got 0 views. I talked about the same subject.
Yeah, that's why I smell conspiracy, V. Donald.
Yeah. You know what rotten? You know what tomatoes even mean? It's like back in the day when people would go to see a theater, they would throw shit at the actors, and you could throw like positive shit, like flowers and love letters and all that. But if the play was bad, you'd throw rotten tomatoes and eggs at them.
Yeah.
And Rotten Tomatoes is not allowing the public to throw things anymore. Like the name of the website, which is Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, the name of the website implies that we're supposed to be harshly critical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why do they do this, V?
I don't know.
All right, let me look at this, V. And we're gonna look at the way people actually are responding to Collider's news. Look at this. Rotten Tomatoes will no longer allow fan comments or reviews prior to a movie's release. How do you like that? It's not fan comments, you idiots. They're just saying they're just saying they want to go or they don't want to go. That's not a comment. I mean, it is a comment in a way, but it's not. It requires no knowledge of the film. It just requires an impression. Am I going to spend my money on this or not? And the answer for most people is no, apparently. But let's look at this. So some people are going to be reasonable. I wish they would have defended DC movies like they do Marvel. Brie Larson is why I'm skipping this film. So unlikable, miscast, sexist, and racist. Thank you, T.O. Vukic. This guy, look at this. Standing ovation. About time, he says. It's about time we silence people who are criticizing Captain Marvel. This is a movie. This is a popcorn flick, dude.
Took away all of those minorities and women and people of color's ability to criticize it through the magic of Disney.
Oh my God. So people are saying Keemstar might be here. I don't think Keemstar's in my chat. It'd be nice if he was. I like Keemstar.
I like Kimstar too. He did the whole redemption arc thing.
What's the redemption arc? What do you mean?
Oh, let's not get into it. He was a bad boy once, and then he started caring for YouTubers and giving advice to smaller channels and help channels get their community strikes removed. And yeah, he is an excellent guy now.
Oh, good. Okay. Look at this. I think Rotten Tomatoes might be jerking the wheel in a skid. The comments, look, this is absolutely correct. Are you going to have to scan your ticks to post now? Yeah, this whole idea that, like, you're not allowed to comment on the movies now because of troll, because we don't like what you're saying. Look, guys, stop acting like this, and this kind of thing won't happen. This is not happening to Shazam. This is not happening to Alita Battle Angel. It's not about whammon. It's not about whammon in movies. It's about SJWs, being pains in the ass, being provocative.
Did you see the actor in Shazam making a statement?
Yeah, I did see that.
What exactly was he saying? Because I genuinely didn't understood. It's like, don't lie. This is not a competition.
What's the guy's name? I forget.
Zachary Levi. What he was saying was that I think he was being misinformed because what he was saying was like, this isn't a competition. Just because one Captain Marvel movie is out doesn't mean you can't go see Shazam just because he was the original Captain Marvel. He thinks that's why people are avoiding the Brie Larson movie, because that's called Captain Marvel when Shazam is really Captain Marvel.
So we're going with charitable today. We're feeling charitable and we're going with misinformed. All right, yeah, I could go with misinformed. That's fine.
That's what I got from it, because everything that I've seen from it is people aren't going to see Captain Marvel because Brie Larson is a bad word that I can't say on Ethan's channel. And his whole argument was, it doesn't help. Just go see both movies. We're both allowed to be called Captain Marvel.
Well, they're not. I mean, this movie's called Shazam. It's not allowed to be called Captain Marvel. You can't call Shazam Captain Marvel because, DC, you wonder why DC Comics isn't publishing very many Marvel family books. Well, it's pretty self-evident. They're not publishing them because there's a big legal problem between Marvel Comics and then the Marvel family. So, when you do it, you have to call it Shazam, but that's stupid because Shazam is the wizard. It's not the actual family.
Yeah, but he goes like Shazam and the lightning.
Yeah. He calls to the wizard to turn him into Captain Marvel, but he's always been Captain Marvel. I can't find this stupid tweet. I saw something back here where he looks very serious. Look at this. Look at his face
right there. That video. That's it.
Zachary calls out fake reviews and fabricated posts about Brie Larson. Let me see if I can.
But that's a lie. There are no fake reviews. It's just people that don't want to see the movie and they're voicing they're not lack of interest.
Yeah, let me play this here. Let's see if I can get this going.
Of Brie Larson's there.
All right, ready?
Making a lot of really inflammatory, defamatory.
What are you talking about, bro?
And completely fictitious, review and post of Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, and something trying to pit Shazam against it, and saying they're going to support us and not them because of things that they are, by the way, making up. Things that they're
nobody's making anything up, dude. And I honestly haven't heard people say this is a matter of Shazam versus Captain Marvel. That might be happening right up here in this.
There's a couple of trolls. I seen it. I seen some people saying it's like, I'm going to go see the real Captain Marvel, and they're showing his book.
Yeah,
he sounds misinformed.
This is a good opportunity for him to virtue signal, pretty much, to be like, oh, I'm going to stand up for Brie Larson. Look, all of these guys, the right side of this issue in Hollywood is to stand up for Disney, and that means standing up for Brie Larson. So he's doing the right thing career-wise. But this idea that anyone's making anything up about Brie Larson is absurd. No, they're not. And that's the sad thing. The sad thing is everything that people are saying about Brie Larson is 100% accurate. And it's shocking. I mean, it's absolutely shocking. She goes out there deliberately and says really weird things, and then she has to walk them back later. if you're explaining, if you're having to say to people out loud, I don't hate white men. I just want to make that clear. I don't hate. If you have to say that, something's wrong with your messaging.
Some of my best friends are white people.
That is correct.
All right, we're saying you saw some screening and this, that, or the other is in the movie.
Nobody's saying that.
I just found this out last night, and for anyone out there who thinks you're doing me a favor, or you're doing Shazam a favor, or you're doing Warner Brothers, or what?
Shazam is fictional. That's fictional.
Dude, again, Zach, no offense, but it's not about you. I'm looking forward to your movie, but that's on a whole separate track. If you want to see the contest of movies, it's between Alita Battle Angel, which is noble and virtuous, and Captain Marvel, which is provocative SJW schlock right now. And it might be a good movie. It might actually be a good movie. I'm just talking about the promotion, the messaging, what this movie is being presented as, and what we're supposed to believe it means. Because we're being told that by the star, and nobody is reining her in. We're talking about a company that spent $170 million to put this movie together, and they're letting Brie Larson just run her mouth. Do you think this is all coming from nowhere? There is a media, there's a shill media out there that's actually sending Brie Larson's words out to masses of movie fans who are reacting to this. Zach, this isn't mass hallucination. We're all reading these articles and saying, what in holy hell is this woman doing to Marvel, MCU, and Disney's box office projections for this movie? What is she doing? They need to muzzle this woman, and look, they won't. All right. Yes.
Imagine this. Let's say the movie is horrible, right? Worst movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Part 2 of Infinity War comes up, and you have to go see her anyway.
Well, is that the Mickey Mouse voice?
Yeah.
I screwed you. I tricked you. You're gonna have to go see this movie anyway, motherfucker. Jeez. Deal with it. You're Disney bitches. You're the mouse of bitches.
That is kind of the plan. Everybody's saying, I don't want to see this movie. I have to see this movie if I'm going to go see the next Avengers movie. And
but in the next Avengers movie, you'll see her anyway. That's where the real magic happens, Ethan.
Oh my God.
and imagine this, right? Everyone fights Thanos again, and everyone gets beaten, but then she walks in, and she's like the perfect angel. She goes like, Thanos, #Me2, and then Thanos gets sued. And
it's insane. All right, let me back Levi here. He looks very concerned. See the forehead here? These are concerned wrinkles. I would call these concerned creases of concern. If I were to draw I know you're not a comic book artist, but me and Donald are. Donald, if we were to draw concerned expression, an expression of deep concern, we'd have lines here, and then we'd have these right here.
All the lines on the top, and then you got the eyebrows going down, so there's confusion and concern.
And also the look at the lines under the eyes. Like, I haven't slept. I've been so concerned about this. See what I'm saying?
His mouth isn't open though. Like it should be like a little of shocking expression, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Little like, oh guys. And then we have a hand here. See the fingers here? The hand is trying to calm you down. It's like, guys, please. So all of this together is quite a show. All right, let's hear what he has to say here.
This is not helping anyone or anything.
It's helping Alita Battle Angel. That's what it's.
Why? I know it is. It's helping Battle Angel Alita quite a bit, actually. Zachary, why does it have to help anything? It's not about helping things. What needs help?
Disney?
Yeah, Disney needs help, I guess. But we're not. It's not our job to help Disney. It might be your job to help Disney.
Rotten Tomatoes needs help.
All right, let's see what else he has to say.
There is no competition. Just because way back in the day doesn't mean that somehow Brie or Marvel's Captain Marvel are pitted against us. We're both movies, and we're both going to be out in theaters at similar.
Did they share the money now between Warner Brothers and Disney? Did they have like a share pot? Because apparently there is no competition.
I want to know if Captain Marvel's villain or Shazam's villain in his movie is the Straw Man, because I don't know what he's talking about. He is kicking that Straw Man's ass. I'm like, He's absolutely right. Just because Shazam was called Captain Marvel in the 1940s with Talkie Tawny, doesn't mean they're competing head to head with Brie Larson's idiotic Captain Marvel.
I heard this on Twitter from this social justice activist in Marvel saying that, look, guys, comics aren't dying, okay? Manga is doing good. I was like, just got the brain damage from that one. Like, blood was coming out of my nose because I just got an aneurysm. You know, it's like a car company, I don't know, some Volkswagen looking, oh, no, the car industry is, like, we're doing fine, guys. Look how much Toyota is selling.
Well, he's doing a good job for Disney. Look, I like what here's the thing. Let me just point this out. I like Zachary Levi. I'll tell you why I like him. And it's going to sound soy-based, but you're not... If you have a kid, then you're going to understand this. My little girl watches, she's almost 3. She watches Sesame Street every day, and she watches the same episodes over and over again. Zachary Levi showed up as a smiley, friendly superhero called the Kindness Kid in the first season, or the first episode of like 2 seasons ago. And I've seen that episode where he's like, I'm the Kindness Kid. I have an active... He gets a cat out of a tree with a can of tuna. And he also makes Grover look like a feckless asshole, which he is. You know, Grover is, I don't know why they haven't supported Grover. I really don't. Grover is such an F up. His whole thing is to just F everything up all the time. He spills things, he falls down, he throws pies at people on accident. He screws everything up. But Zachary Levi came in as the Kindness Kid, and he saved the day. All right. And he taught you how to be kind. So he's really, really good in that. And because I've seen that episode 100 times, some about him, I like Zachary Levi. And also what he's doing here is here's what I think he's doing. Donna. He's Critias is here too. Hi, Critias.
Oh, yes.
All right, so he's all right. So he's feigning concern about the wrong thing. All right.
Oh, hey, Mike.
If he had to actually like argue against the quote unquote trolls, he would be arguing for radical third wave feminism and the miserable behavior of Brie Larson, and he doesn't want to do that, okay? But he does want to argue on behalf of Disney, so he's made up his own problem, his own straw man to fight against. You're not helping Warner Brothers or me by being mean to Brie Larson. Good, the guy, he's either really dumb or he's a genius. I'm going to say genius.
I think it's the virtue signal. Maybe this goes on his resume. But the thing is, like, I don't even know if the progressives even like will remember in 2 years. By the way, remember when Zach came on the defense of Brie Larson? It's like, oh yeah, we need to totally hire him. I genuinely don't know if they do that.
That is the way it works, dude. You watch it. Look, SJW's dog pile together. You do have to get on the right side of an issue. You do. You have to be like, look at the social justice warriors in comics, like anti-Comicsgate. Like they feel like, all right, so Comicsgate isn't popular within the comic book industry, so I need to kind of speak out against Comicsgate, and that's going to secure my place.
You know what? I think.
But what if you're neutral? What if you just don't take any sides? And
most people don't. Most people don't, but some people do. And Zachary Levi is choosing to do that here.
I think he's a genius because he's saying. It's not a competition, you know, my movie and their movie, but I think he's subliminally telling us to, you know, go for his movie. You know, he's a genius. He's a genius.
He is. All right, let's keep watching here. We got another 48 seconds.
Of that timing is really interesting for sure, but there is no conspiracy, guys. You need.
Wrong. Look at the title of my live stream right now. There is a conspiracy. I'm uncovering it. I don't know why this guy's arguing with me. I don't know why.
You know what annoys me is that the media keeps saying trolls. Like did they ever reach out to you to try and talk to you? Like why don't you like the new Marvel movie?
No, they never did. I'd be happy to tell them.
He just doesn't know,
Ethan. Hey, we all make these videos. What are these videos about? You know, it's like these people go, well, what does Comicsgate stand for? What the hell? I work every single day putting out videos explaining what Comicsgate is and what the problems are within the comic book industry every day. You could go back and watch them. Why do I have to give personalized one-on-one lessons to these people?
You know what Jesus said, right? He said they hear, but they don't listen.
Oh.
You know? So they hear, but not listen to you. They you know, it's going from one ear to the other.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But the thing is, I don't believe it's that they don't listen. I think they know, but they're being disingenuous. They just don't want to They want to misinform the people. That's what it is. Like literally everyone who doesn't like the new Disney movie is a shill, is a troll, is a sexist, a misogynist, and they're probably all white angry men.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Like Mike, look at his expression. He looks like a white.
No, Mike and I have a different issue going on, and we'll get to that in a minute. Mike
Did you send him a penis?
Yeah, you got to kick him in order to get revenge.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That was outrageous behavior.
Can I send Mike a penis? Is it something that I can do?
You can if you want to.
Let me find the good one because I know like the ones from the Romans used.
Please.
Like, do you know, Ethan? Do you know that go on?
Before we get to the penises, can we just hear Zachary Levi out? Okay, let's finish hearing him out, and then you can do all the schlong you want.
Yeah,
you can schlong as soon as this is done. All right, let's go.
Anyone out there who's holding on to some bone, like they need to
see immediately. Yeah, he said bone, right? When he said anyone out there who's holding on to some bone, they can
Did
just.
you plan that, Ethan? Did you plan that?
I didn't plan it. That was
I'd like to point out that Zachary kind of looks like a penis.
He said, if anyone's holding on to a bone, send it over to Mike S. Miller. Unbelievable. All right, let's keep listening.
pick a side and pick a fight is sorely mistaken. And I really hope that you'll just chill on that. Don't go and engage in that type of behavior anymore. If you want to be passionate about either movie, rock and roll. If you want to be passionate about both movies, rock and roll.
What if you want to destroy one of them?
Ethan, do you know what he's responding to?
What?
Do you even know what he's responding to?
No, neither does he.
No, he does. He does. He's responding to these troll tweets. There was a like one or two people who were troll tweeting essentially Comicsgate, and they were writing these absolutely ridiculous fictitious tweets that said, "Oh, I just went and saw Captain Marvel and I can't believe she burned a gay flag." Right? and some other ones that are like,
really
I can't believe all the misogyny in this movie and stuff like that. They're total anti-Comicsgate troll tweets. They're pro Brie Larson anti-Comicsgate troll tweets, and he thinks they're real. He's just been completely trolled, and this is what he's reacting to.
Hey, Mike, that's very interesting because look at this from Poll.
You're going for John.
The company I work for has hired outside entities to post anti-Captain Marvel sentiments on various websites. This is being done to paint certain websites as hate speech and to freak out Zach Levi, to invalidate your opinions and to use as advertisements for future anti-male projects. So in other words, every time these guys go out there and say, I can't believe Captain Marvel burned the gay flag, that is going to end up in some advertisement for a future anti-male project. Disney, I don't know how that would work, but Disney is also indirectly behind the GoFundMe grassroots campaigns to beg for money to send impoverished, starving children to sit in dark theaters to look at Brie Larson. And yes, everyone is scared that this movie will bomb. There's a little reality for you there.
Oh, I'll tell you how it works, right? Like they will post like the most inflammatory stuff on your channel, and then they will say, "Oh, look, these channels, they're the ones that are spreading man hatred, blah blah. Stop listening to them. Listen to us instead."
But it's funny that Zachary Levi is the one who got trolled, got caught in the troll trap, and now he's white knighting for the very people that trolled him.
I wonder how Brie Larson feels about that.
But I don't think that this is the thing. I don't think he's trolled, right? I genuinely think he's part of the campaign. Like he's in on it. I watched these comments as well. And
no, I don't think he's that good of an actor. He looked like he was saying that in earnest.
Maybe
he did. We discussed his mic. We discussed his look. We're all comic book artists here, okay? And except for V. V isn't. V, what do you do anyway?
I read manga.
He's a retired doctor.
Oh, well, that's good, V.
I read manga, Ethan. That's what I do.
I know. I don't read manga, but look at this. This is what I'm saying here. Look at the concernedness. Look at these concerned. Look at all of this concernedness and deep concern. The furrowed brow, Mike. If you were going to draw, look at this. This is a man who is just asking for some peace. Okay.
No, he's a man. He's looking in the camera and he's thinking, "What is wrong with you people?"
That is what this is right here.
Yeah.
This is what is wrong with you people.
Why are you people saying Brie burned a gay flag?
This one's saying, I know Brie Larson and I know she didn't burn no gay flag.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know who to believe. I got to be honest with you. I don't know who to believe anymore. And I trust this man. I wish I had this hairline.
I just think he's been trolled. I think it's hilarious. I think he's been trolled.
Yeah, I do too.
So I want to tell you something, Ethan, before I leave, because I have to go a little bit earlier. But the Roman Empire had an entire culture of phalluses, right, before they became Christians.
Oh.
So when you want to show a picture of a big phallus to your friend Mike, all you have to do is go on Google. Go on Google. And they have, like, the Romans had statues of phalluses with other phalluses coming out from them, phalluses with wings. They were incredibly inventive when it came to that. So you'll have, like, now a never-ending supply to show Mike.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that anymore. I appreciate the tip, but
But he only appreciates the tip, just the
tip. Thank you, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that anymore. Mike has been through a lot. Mike has been forced to look at so many subliminal penises because of me. Probably
some not
more
so
than
subliminal, Ethan. Some not so subliminal.
Mike. They were all subliminal. They were all subliminal. You saw them crystal clear when most people just saw a puff of smoke. You saw penis, and that wasn't always my fault. And I'm sure in some cases I was just showing you something, and you happened to see a penis in it,
like a sword.
Can we do the Rorschach test on Mike?
I have to take my daughter to her thing. So,
Mike,
before any penises show up on screen, yeah.
I'm not doing it. I told you no. I'm not gonna, Mike.
Oh, I know, but I legitimately have to take her.
Oh, all right.
The
problem with doing that is Mike came in here when he didn't need to for like 2 minutes, and then he left in a way that left us all wondering if he's leaving angry. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
I showed him.
And thanks for telling everyone not to buy the Meg last night. I made a couple sales off of that.
You're welcome. And seriously, the last thing I want people to do is support the Meg. Do not back the Meg with Six Gun Samurai. Deal with the devil. Don't do it. Mike is it's available on in demand, but so what? You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. You don't have to support Mike S. Miller. You don't have to enjoy his beautiful artwork featuring women getting eaten by sharks.
Is that a manga?
If by manga you mean comic book, yeah. Because that's what manga means.
No, manga is like Japanese comic book.
Manga is literally just the Japanese word for comic book.
Yeah, so it's a Japanese comic book and you're half Japanese. That is half manga. I might read it.
Okay, there you go. V, you were supposed to promote Lone Star. You never got around to it.
Wait, I did have you on my stream, and we did talk about Lone Star.
Right.
See, I promoted it, and he doesn't care. No, I'm out. I can't. I just can't. Thank you for having me, Ethan.
V, I don't know what your new Twitter handle is, so you have to hit me up. I'm at Abacus Mike.
Sure, I will. Thanks for having me, and I really need to go.
Yeah, me too. We're going to leave together. Thanks, Ethan.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Kick him.
I'm not kicking anyone. People are free to come and go. I am not blocking people. I am not Rotten Tomatoes.
I was surprised that Mike kicked you last night. It caught me off guard.
It caught you off guard. It caught everyone. It caught me off guard. It caught everyone off guard. Let me read these super chats. Panzerwolf666 says, LMAO, you start stream and Geeks and Gamers lost 700 plus watching through YouTube was downsize him. I don't know what that means, but I didn't realize Jeremy was streaming at the time. I saw that as soon as I looked up something on Google. Sorry, Jeremy. GRP Pulse says we need to create our own Rotten Tomatoes free of bias. They can't keep our voices down. I thought you ironically silenced your own voice in that video as a joke. No. Irate Spartan 13 says, EVS, do you join Jeremy in his boycott of Captain Marvel? Let me think about it. I don't like boycotting things, man. I really don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm super pissed about all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Opinionated Upload says, I think that Monica Rambeau should be more of a talking point in all this for obvious reasons. That's something that just can't be argued at all. No, I mean, I brought that up. I think I might have been the first one to bring it up. Could be wrong. I didn't hear anybody else say that Monica Rambeau certainly did get the short end of the stick. I really don't think, I don't think Carol Danvers has been as popular a Captain Marvel as Monica Rambeau was. And she's a woman of color. Obviously, if we're talking about diversity and inclusion, and that's the whole reason for this movie, then perhaps Monica Rambeau should be the star of this movie.
All right. Bestie.
For people who don't know, Monica Rambeau was the Captain Marvel of the 1980s, and she was a woman of color. They whitewashed her with some cracker ass Brie Larson. And that's where we are now, and they're bragging about it. Look what we've done. You haven't done anything. You had an opportunity to make a woman of color, a woke, WOC woke, as a superhero who bore the name. Yeah, woke. She bore the name of Marvel Comics, Captain Marvel. And no, you didn't do it. Instead, you gave the job to a white person, to Honkette.
Honkette.
Soyboard Panboy says Levi's backpedaling was a fail too. He tried to backpedal by linking 2 parody accounts with 30 followers as proof of trolls. All right. Justin Van Volkenberg says Tim Pool is going over to Mines. EVS, are you considering the same move? What is Mines?
Sorry,
you want to get that? Is that the FBI?
No.
Andrew Rotten says, "Hey man, I'm a mama's boy and I love my mom." Yeah, I love your mom too, Andrew. What is wrong with me today?
You can love your mom.
Joshua, I apologize. No, Andrew, I apologize. I didn't mean it that way.
You're in a good mood. You're in a good mood, EVS.
Yeah, I am in a good mood, but that was beneath me, and I'm really sorry. Joshua Craher says, send a merchandise link. I want Disney to see how I'm spending my Captain Marvel money. Sick of being called racist and sexist by racist sexists. Time for a testimonial video, a Disney Red Pill story. I don't disagree. Lancer737 says, I wish Brie was playing Moonstone in secret. Ashley Ball and Bobby Sue Luther would show up as the real Ms. Marvel and save the day. And Mike Murphy says, the problem is they don't want a free market. SJWs want a market where the transaction is one way. Buy it and like it. So much of this, that's what it is. It's just if you don't like it, don't buy it. That's what they're all about. If you don't like it, don't buy it. And it makes no sense. If you don't like it, fix it. If they don't like it, fix it.
So that's the Comicsgate motto. If customer doesn't like it, fix it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Moviegate. There you go.
Somebody in the chat pointed out that the views have shown up on your video now.
Oh, really? Let me look.
Oh, now that you mentioned that, EVS, I didn't get an alert that you went live.
Oh. Well, see, I'm telling you, it is all a conspiracy at this point. I'm sure of it.
It's because YouTube is racist.
Is YouTube racist? I don't think so. I love YouTube. Oh, look what they did, though. You want to see what they did? I've got my sub count here.
Yep.
Look at this drop off here. You're going to tell me that's real? You're going to tell me that's authentic?
Wow.
That's
so
not authentic.
You got a drop off at the same time that the views were being messed up.
That's correct.
Wow.
That is correct. People say I'm paranoid.
Does it tell you how many it was?
No, but it looks like a good 20 viewers. Those are all people who were subscribers who were involuntarily unsubscribed. When I tell people check and make sure that you're still subscribed because YouTube unsubscribes you, that's what that is. They just mass unsubscribe people for no reason. And it's, then people come back to me and go, I looked and I was unsubscribed. What the hell? I'm like, I don't know, but that's what it is.
And they're not giving the alerts either. Because the only way I knew you was live because I checked the Twitter and I saw you were live. It's not letting me go.
Yeah. Damn them. Alec Munoz goes, we keep ignoring the root cause, lefty Bob Iger. Well, what can we do? Bob Iger will not even get rid of Kathleen Kennedy at this point.
I think he's afraid.
You think he's afraid?
I don't know. I mean, I'm beginning to think that the way everything's going.
Lucifer Love Monkey says, "Hail Doomcock." Yeah, tonight's the High Council. I'm gonna see if Doomcock wants to come on board.
Nice.
I like that guy. Sulfur X says, "Did V's Twitter account just get suspended in real time?" LOL. I don't know. Did it? That would be funny. I would laugh if V's Twitter account got suspended. My Twitter account is like so precarious. I wouldn't care. I couldn't care less. If my Twitter account got suspended, I'd be like, all right. Twitter is such a time suck. Twitter is such a useless, hateful social media. I don't know why people spend any time on Twitter when you could just do YouTube. You actually make money on YouTube. Like,
Right.
why would you give any of this? Is I got to remember that I might just cancel my Twitter. Why would you give any of your opinions out on Twitter for free when you could give your opinions out on a video and get an ad on it and make money from it? It doesn't make any sense.
That's genius. You're right. You got a lot of. That's a good point.
You could say all of the crap that you say. Zachary Levi could. Well, he doesn't. You know, he's wealthy, but you could monetize that video, and he could have made like $40. Well, but it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? It's money.
If you keep your Twitter account, then it keeps you up to date on silly news.
Yeah.
It's at least a way for people to send you stuff to report on. You know, like if you're out, you got somebody sending you something that's immediate, you can pull out your phone and do a quick video in the car.
Well, that's what I do. So much of Twitter for me is a source for videos. I mean, you know, I like to see what the SJWs are saying, how they're reacting. I mean, this video that I just put up was all about just SJWs celebrating over the loss of the destruction of free speech. It's like, hooray. Why would you cheer about that? That is so immature. It's going to happen to you next.
Where's the prison camps? Send us there.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Like, what's going to happen when Trump, you know, like their worst nightmare is Trump silencing them in some way. Why would they cheer that on to happen to somebody else?
Because they want the other side silenced.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But I don't know. It just seems like a slippery slope. Are you afraid it's slippery? Have you ever fallen down?
I have on black ice.
Too many times.
Since you know what? I never fell down. I never fell down really before until I married Andrea. No, I started dating Andrea, and I fell down. I've fallen down 3 times horrifically. And one time, the first time, I'm carrying 2 pieces of luggage to her, you know, her home. This is before we got married and moved in together and all that stuff. And it's snowy on the ground. There's black ice, and there's a little bit of a slope of a sidewalk, and it's like 2 a.m, so I can't see. It's black. And I'm holding 2 big suitcases, and my feet come out from under me like a cartoon with 2 suitcases, big heavy suitcases. Boom, land on my back, and because of the weight of the suitcases, effed up my arm and shoulder. Black and blue, purple, all around. And actually, it was just my left arm. Fortunately, it wasn't my right arm. I could still draw, but I like my wing was busted for like 2 months. That was the first time. The most recent time, and this is the worst. All right. So stepdaughter goes into the downstairs bathroom and she uses it and she sprays the air. She sprays way too much perfume in the air. Okay. So I go in there to pee. Now all of the perfume in the air has settled onto the ground. So I walk in there, and again, like it's a small bathroom, the downstairs bathroom. Feet come out from under me, and boom, I just land hard on my back. And there's that moment when you land, okay? And first of all, you have to pee, so that's really uncomfortable too. Like I went in there, I couldn't pee because I'm on my back, and I just injured myself. But there's that moment where, like, I felt the waste paper basket do something. I didn't know where my body was, like how I landed and if I still had all my limbs. And there's that moment where you stop and you just go, am I okay? Like, how badly injured am I? Did I crack my head open? Did I break anything? There's like a good 5 seconds where you are reassessing yourself and you're like checking, am I okay? Am I injured? And the whole 5 seconds that I did this, and this is what I resent to this day, Andrea and Kaylee just stood there and looked at me.
Did you?
I mean, I'm on the floor in a heap of a mess. You just saw me make like fall. Really? No, I didn't fall. When I said 5 seconds, that's when I'm on the ground. For 5 seconds, you're on the ground. You're going, how badly hurt am I? That was loud. That was hard. How badly hurt am I? For 5 seconds. That whole time, I turn my head and I look, and they're just looking at me. Like, I don't know what I expect them to do. Rush over and pick me up or something. I don't really know. It was an incredible moment. And I woke up. Again, I got up and I was a mess, an absolute mess. My arm was all busted up. Again, my left arm, thank God, not my right arm.
Did you cry out, help? I'm falling and I can't get up.
I didn't crawl. I didn't say that. I said, what? Help? And actually, I think I screamed the F word as loud as I could. I think what I would say, like my most anguished obscenity is holy and then the F word. Holy F, like that, and that's what I say. And yeah, like, and it just busted my arm up. Now, I have never fallen like that until I got with Andrea, and then I fall like that all the time. It seems like 4 times.
Maybe I don't know. It could be that maybe you're so in love with her, you just can't control yourself.
Yeah.
Like when you're getting nosebleeds, you wake up with nosebleeds?
I've never woken up with a nosebleed.
Because in the animes, they got the kids get the nosebleeds when they're around a beautiful girl.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird, man. I don't want to see any of that. Anime does that? They get nosebleeds when they
manga anime, when there was like a beautiful girl, they fall sideways and they got the nosebleeds coming out.
Why is anime so soy based? Why is it about a bunch of anemic, big eyed, like what's going on?
I don't know what little girly yaoi anime Credius is watching, but the ones that I watch don't have that.
No, a lot of
them I watch have epic fights and.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Those epic fights. Usually, when they fall in love with a beautiful girl, they'll put like a little kitty face, and then they'll get the nosebleeds, the big eyes.
No, the ones I watch don't do that. They just have blood and guts flying around. I don't know what you're watching.
About Rapper the Ninja. That's not like that.
I'm talking about Ninja Scroll. I'm talking about One Punch Man. One Punch Man has silly faces, and it still doesn't have nosebleeds in it.
Hey, if you want to watch a really good anime, and
I don't.
No, I'm saying this is really worth watching. It's called Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Really, really good.
I have no interest in any anime at all. None. Like less than 0. Like you can't even get me to see a cartoon at all. But I saw the Iron Giant twice. I like the Iron Giant.
Right.
I can't, it's like, oh, we're going to go see a cartoon. I'm like, well, I don't want to. I don't want to go see a cartoon. I mean, when I'm seeing it, I might be enjoying it. I don't know. But I don't want to see any cartoons. I tried to watch the new Voltron. I thought that was completely soy-based, too.
I think they did. I think after a certain season, they just started changing the whole story up.
I like Voltron a lot, man.
Yeah. I used to have the old diecast. Remember the diecast metal ones? You build them together? I used to have the whole set. I don't know what happened to it.
I want to pilot the Black Lion.
Yeah, that's nice.
I want to pilot the Black Lion like so bad, man.
maybe
I want to pilot the Black Lion, but I'm the Black Lion, but I have no friends, so I'm a quadriplegic Voltron.
You're the outcast.
Like he pilots the Black Lion, but everybody hates him. So Voltron's a quadriplegic,
Crippletron.
Yeah.
That would be funny to watch. ABS.
Yes.
According to like 80s and 70s movies, right? These have like the Warriors and the Goonies and all that. Mm-hmm. What would you say our community is when we go live?
What do we say our community is?
Yeah, are we the Warriors? I mean, everybody hates us, right?
Menace. This is the Fandom Menace. It depends. I mean, Comicsgate is about comics, but the Fandom Menace is about SJWs, fighting SJWs in pop culture. It's like it's mostly Star Wars, but it's Marvel too. The Fandom Menace is just about kind of trying to affect some change, and like the boycotts are important. I guess boycotts are a tool now. I don't want to boycott things. I do want to criticize things, and I want to bring shame to the people who are doing these stupid things to these properties. I never wanted to boycott them, though, because I really enjoy people yell at me about this. They're like, you're putting money in Disney's pockets when you buy the Rose Tico dolls. I'm like, what do you want from me? I like them. You know, you're putting money in Disney's pocket. Yeah, but I like buying Star Wars toys. Even bad Star Wars toys. I like to buy them and then run over them with my car. Like, I like that. They make funny videos, you know, and the good stuff I keep. Look at this. Look at my Jabba the Hutt setup here.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that cool? And that's what I look at. These guys look at me all day long. Yeah.
That thing is huge.
I didn't get to see that video yet. That's the thing. Yeah. That's what she said.
Yeah. I love that stuff, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get into those. Andrew's gonna kick my butt.
Can you play with it?
I played with it once. I actually took him off. I took Jabba the Hutt upstairs and gave him to Ava to play with because Ava knows Jabba the Hutt and calls him Iguana. She doesn't understand that his name's Jabba the Hutt. She goes, Iguana. I'm like, yeah, Iguana. And she carried him around by his tail and everything. He's sturdy, you know. Kids are kids. I don't care if she breaks all my toys. You know, that's how you know you love your kids. It's like Andrew's like, she's gonna break all your toys. I'm like, I don't care. She could break every single one of my toys.
I mean, I got my kids backpacked, and I told me if anything my stuff go broken, you guys are out.
Yeah. A lot of people feel that way. I don't know. Here's what I'm doing right now. I am buying an Elmo replica. Now, a lot of people are concerned about my Elmo costume. Did you know that I have an Elmo costume?
No, I did not.
I do have an Elmo costume. People want to know why I have it. It's in my closet. Somebody said, you probably have an Elmo costume in your closet. And I said, I do. It's right over there. And they didn't believe me. And I put on the Elmo costume. And now they believe me.
If you were a serial killer, would you kill in the Elmo costume just for the hell of it, for laughs?
No, I wouldn't kill anyone. And by the way, that costume is really, really uncomfortable. It's not something that you want to wear. I mean, not even for laughs. So here's the Elmo replica that I'm purchasing. The guy just sent me this video just now. He's like, let me show you the video. This guy makes real Elmos. Let me see this. Cool. What can it do? That looks like Elmo. You know, they can't.
Yeah.
Most Elmo stuffed animals suck. But that looks like Elmo.
That looks like an actual puppet.
Yeah.
I thought I saw rods on its hand.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
Oh, cool.
Is he going to play with it? What's he going to do? He sent me this video. This guy makes Elmos, and I asked him for one in 2017, and he just let me know just today. He's like, I have one. I was like, it's fine.
Awesome.
I'm buying it. This kitchen's a mess, dude. Look at the orange sunglasses. Oh,
it's on a rod.
For goodness sakes. I didn't even see that.
Is this porn?
Yeah. Look at his mouth. He's in pain.
Look at it work.
I would be too.
Look at it work.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the real deal. Like if I got that and showed that to Ava, she would lose her mind. I'm buying it.
That is awesome. I like it.
I'm buying it.
Buy it, don't show her, and then make a video for her using the Elmo voice.
Yeah. Or just like go next to her bed and just hide and just talk like Elmo, wake her up.
Yeah, scare the hell out of her.
Why is Elmo in my house?
Look at that pants work. It looks like Elmo. Oh, she's gonna lose her mind. Her birthday is coming up. It's the 19th.
That looks pretty quality.
So this is gonna be what I might just I can't give it to her because she'll destroy it. I don't know if it's sturdy. It's not really for kids.
Her birthday's next month?
Yeah. She's gonna be 3.
Oh, 5 days after my kid.
All of my kids are born in March. I've got Kaylee is on the 5th, Hunter's on the 13th, and then Ava is on the 19th. Andrew and I are talking about it. I'm just like, we've got to plan presents. Like, how much are we spending on these kids? And I'm sick of giving Hunter money. The kid's going to be 20 years old. I got to give you money? And I guess I do. It's like, that's what you do these days.
Yeah.
Give these kids money now.
Yep.
What am I going to do? Like, he doesn't want Legos.
Yeah.
What do you guys think in the chat? What do you think of that Elmo? Do you like that, or is it
That looks pretty cool.
I think
it is.
Get a full-size Snuffleupagus, somebody said.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
I found that thing creepy.
You found Elmo creepy or
No,
stuff?
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
Around those big guys, it's all hairy. I feel like you get lost in them.
Somebody needs to get him some uppers.
Yeah. And people are noticing. Yeah. No. People say what happens in July. I know what happens in July. This is the thing. You go, well, why? Yeah, like your kids, you count 9 months and you go, okay, so you guys were getting busy. Like my parents were getting busy New Year's. I was born September 3rd, right? So 9 months back, my parents conceived me. They had a great idea on New Year's Day, like 1974. Like they were just like, happy 1974. And then they boffed, they boned, they made sweet love. And they had me. So that's the sad thing. Like you can actually chart backwards and figure out when when your parents were having sex to have you. So for me, it's July, and it's the 4th of July. Because that's what you say to people. You say to your wife, you go, let's go make some fireworks of our own. That's how it happens. That's how you have kids in March. Yeah.
That's spring fever.
But I don't remember saying that to my wife.
You've never said, let's go make some fireworks of our own?
No, I think I just usually say, let me get in them guts.
Ew. You know what? Let me tell you a secret. I saw an episode of The Office one time, the British version of The Office, and it starred this kind of a-hole. And he said he used the expression up to my nuts and guts. And I was unable to perform sexually for like 2 weeks after that.
My wife thinks it's a gross term too.
It's so disgusting, man. That is so disgusting. I can't. I couldn't get it up for 2 weeks. I couldn't. I thought about that and went, I don't think I ever want to have sex again. The most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh,
ew, what's the matter with people? Don't ruin things like that.
Yeah, right. It's true.
The whole purpose of sex, the whole purpose of life is sex. Don't ruin it for me.
Yeah, that's nasty, man. I've heard some stories from my cousin's wife who worked in gynecologists, and I would never tell stories. It's that gross.
Jared Christopherson says, EVS, can you give my kids the birds and bees talk? You do it so well. Yeah. I've had to do it. I've had to do that. I did that with Hunter. These kids all know things. They know everything by the time they're 7. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that talk and be like, you know how? Okay, we're gonna have the birds and bees talk here. You know how the bees are going missing?
You know how birds fuck bees?
Don't have sex or you're gonna go missing.
Why do they say that? Why is it the birds and the bees? Do the birds and bees get it on? What is going on with that expression?
I have no idea. I mean,
good question.
I was just
the bees don't even have sex, do they? What do they do?
I never had that topic with a discussion.
Like you've chosen 2 animals that do not copulate anything like humans do.
Why would we have a discussion? We're going to talk about the monkeys and the apes.
Yeah, like the monkey. Right. You could say horses. You could say dogs. You could say any kind of mammal. Like humans copulate the way mammals copulate. We do not. It's like, do you ever hear about like the trout? They don't have sex. They don't do that. They don't have sex. Like, doesn't make any sense at all, man. You're just confusing kids. I was happier believing the stork brought babies. Or this is a good one. This is the best lie to tell kids. Mommy and daddy have a special hug that they do when they get married, and then babies come. Now that's all a kid needs to know. If you're not lying
at school and someone says, "Let me give you a hug," no, I don't want a baby.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Let me read some more super chats. People are very involved with this conversation that was meant to be about Captain Marvel, and now we're talking about vulgarity.
Went from Brie Larson to sex.
Oh, how did we go there? What happened?
I blame Critias.
Spirits Car says Brie Larson epitomizes white privilege. Rotten Tomatoes silenced the voices of thousands for the sake of a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil's fifis. That's all I've been saying all along. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. Devil. Sookie now. Midnight TV. It says, here's some shekels. Only people fighting against the empire. Disney has reached that level where money isn't as important as the agenda. Been there for a while, if we're honest. Vinny Art says, hi, Ethan. Have you had a chance to read my project Through the Woods yet? The 3 issues I sent you. Please support and share my campaign on Indiegogo. Vinny Art, I haven't had a chance to. I have it back there. Looking forward to reading that. Got a bunch of books. I got a bunch of people sending me my own books and saying, sign them and send them back. And I'm like, yeah, I will. I'll put that in the video. And Andrew's like, don't put that in the video. Don't tell people that you're going to get a big crate of, you're going to have to be. I was like, oh, yeah. But now I just blew it. I just told everybody that, you send me stuff and I'll sign it. Alec Munoz says, Uncle, check out Army Hammer's recent comments about the patriarchy. And he's on the short list to be the next Batman. We are in a war, very clear. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Why do these guys hate the patriarchy?
His comments are just all over the place. He legitimately sounds like he's insane.
Yeah.
Like, see, I'll have my feet on the table. And is that white privilege? I think so.
I like the patriarchy. It's never hurt me. I don't know what they're talking about. Men being in charge. It's okay, right? What's gone wrong? Seriously, what has gone wrong? We went to the moon. Didn't we, or did we not? What's your theory?
That depends.
Yeah.
We showed video of us going to the moon.
Mm-hmm. NASA Rabati's in the chat. He says, I did a video on Levi going woke. The Texan 83 says, that's what torrents are for. Can still watch all the Marvel movies without supporting shit. Yeah, but this is the thing about that, by the way. I will say this. They're saying, take that back, Caesar. I know we went to the moon. There's no way I believe that we didn't go to the moon. Guys, I'm just joking. That's the lamest conspiracy in the world. What's a conspiracy that I believe in? This one. Disney fighting back and trying to suppress free speech about Captain Marvel. Disney fighting back against voices, dissonant voices on the internet. Screw them. That's a real conspiracy. I'm sure of it. But Lee Harvey Oswald killed Kennedy. We did go to the moon, and 9/11 happened just like the commission said it did. And fight me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Gulf of Tonkin was kind of a conspiracy.
What's the Gulf of Tonkin?
Gulf of Tonkin incident. That was Lyndon Baines Johnson inventing, that we got fired on in North Vietnam. Like our ships got fired on. And that's why it was a precedent for us to go to escalate the war in Vietnam. Okay, so our ships got fired on, therefore we have to go to Vietnam. Gulf of Tonkin incident, yeah. Gulf of Tonkin incident is when you say you're going to wrestle someone and don't show up. That's the Gulf of Tonkin incident.
You put your toy trucks in the ocean?
No, you just say, I'm going to beat up Andy Worski, and then you don't show up. That's what it is. I guess you don't know about that. All right, so here's what I was going to say. People are like, you know what? Like, that movie's going to suck. It's going to be offensive. I'm not paying for that. I'm going to wait till I see it for free. I don't understand people who say that. Why would you want to see a movie that sucks? It's not a matter of money. Isn't your time worth more than that? Watch a movie that doesn't suck instead.
I just want to see the Endgame related stuff, and I'm just going to wait until that gets a compilation on YouTube to watch that.
Yeah. DJ Kong says on Twitter, Zach does say he was referring to some specific, genuinely fake troll-made reviews, claiming there's weird stuff in the movie and not people voicing their opinion. Yeah, that's what we're hearing from Mike S. Miller. And DJ Kong says, again, I don't know if he's just covering his ass, though. Mike says he's not. Saw for X, Volkswagen. What are you talking about? The car industry is doing great. Look how well Toyota is doing. Yeah, that is the way the comic book industry is reacting to the success of manga during the decline and destruction of the American comic book industry. Well, Hung and Dung says, Mike, and then he draws 6 penises, which is enough. I mean, all you need are 6 images of penises to really do a good Mike shtick. But I told Mike, you know what I did? You guys are going to be impressed with this. I thought about it. At first, I reacted with furious anger to Mike kicking me over a penis. I was angry at him. I was like, how do I punish him? How do I punish Mike? And then I thought about it.
I was waiting for your comeback last night, and you didn't come back on. You started streaming.
Yeah, I honestly, I was like, how do I punish Mike so that he never does that again? You can't kick me from your live stream after you beg me to be there. And so instead, here's what I did. Sometimes it helps to throw people off the loop a little bit. So I wrote to Mike and I said, Mike, I'm sorry for the ongoing penis jokes. I didn't think they were offending you, Mike. I thought it was a funny bit, kind of like Ernie and Bert. Mike, I apologize, and I won't do it anymore. You know what he said?
What?
Thanks, bro.
You gotta be kidding me.
So that, I mean, look, thanks, bro. Like, seriously, don't do it again. You know, don't do it again. And that's how he is. But I wanted to offer him a sincere, like, I wanted to see if I could fake a sincere apology to Mike, you know, which is what that was. Like, I wanted to see if I could write that was a mature apology to something that I feel absolutely no guilt over. Like, I don't feel sorry about any of that at all. You know, not even a little bit.
It's a little fun. I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could do it. You could do it a couple of different ways. You know, you could sit there and you could continue to agitate him. But I thought about it, and first of all, Andrew goes, "Why are you sending Mike pictures of penises?" I'm like, "Good point." And then I was like, "So what do I do? How do I punish Mike?" And I was like, "I don't punish him. I send him a sincere apology and see what he does." And he said, "Thanks, bro." You know.
Oh, Mike. You know, I think you're gonna say that after you said that, you sent him like 6 pictures of penises.
No, but I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. But what I'm saying is, I feel no. Like, have you ever had to apologize for something that you feel no sorrow for at all? Like,
yes.
Obviously, I'm not a sociopath. I feel sorrow when I make a mistake. But like, sending Mike penises is funny, and you know, him being upset is stupid. But if he is upset, I should apologize to him because I'm sad that he's upset, I guess, but also kind of irritated that he's upset over something that's funny. So what I'll do is I will sincerely apologize to him in the best way that I can and hope that's good enough. But I don't feel sorry about it. In fact, I think it's funny. And if anything, I wish that I could keep doing it. What do you think of that?
I think I say go for it. I guess you're gonna have to do it on your channel.
Yeah, like if Mike's on my channel, you know, I could do that to him all day long.
Yeah. Last night that was funny when you put out that pic with the chair. Yeah, I think yeah. When he's on your channel, put it on. Just randomly say, "Hey, Mike, what do you think about this opinion piece?"
Half Mad Jesus says the fact that Mike's upset makes it funnier. I know it is. It is funny that he gets upset about being shown subliminal penises. I don't know what to say about it. There's subliminal penises everywhere you go. When you look at Camel cigarettes, subliminal penises everywhere. I don't know why they do that. It's just the way of the world. In a way, I feel like I'm trying to open his eyes up to the way the world actually is. But he doesn't appreciate it. He wants to live in his little, you know, his bubble.
Right. It's nothing wrong. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong. I mean, as a Christian myself, I don't see nothing wrong with jokes like that. You know what I mean? I mean, Jesus hung out with vulgar people.
Yeah.
No.
Leodara
says stop it. It's gonna make it worse.
Yeah. Leodara says Mike is a humorless bore. Well, I mean, that's one way to look at it. I don't know. Hey, Mike. All right, so we got to kill that because I apologize to Mike. I'll never do it again. Totes Baloney says, Ethan, put on the glasses. Which glasses? Oh, the glasses here? Yeah. I got these are my, all right. These are my totally soy boy glasses, but I can see to draw. Let me see how I look.
I can tell that you can see the draw because your eyes grow 10 times.
Yeah.
I told yourself a suit. Get a suit.
They're dirty.
Get a suit, put those glasses on, and get a briefcase, and you look like a lawyer.
No. I told them. I said I want to look like Robert De Niro at the end of Casino. You know what I mean? Do you remember he had like glasses like this, and they magnified his eyes? That's what I wanted. They gave me those, which are close enough. Joe Cedillo says, Captain. By the way, I have 2 pairs because I got 2 pairs, 2 for 1. These are just regular glasses.
You want the big glasses?
Yeah, I wanted the thick, whatever. I wanted to look like Robert De Niro. Yeah. Joe Cedillo says, Captain Victim card white knighted by Rotten Toms. Yana Huel says, guys, make a public poll. Do you want to see Captain Marvel? Yes or no? And retweet hashtag want to see. We need to know. That'd be interesting. We could just do that ourselves, and we have enough people, that we could probably get it done.
Do a poll on your community thing.
Chris says, I can't believe how pointy Ethan's nose is. Let me tell you something.
Rude.
It's not. It's just. It's like a doorstop coming off my face. It's like a sundial. And I'm telling you this, children don't know any better. And, Ava just comes at me, just yanking on my nose. I'm like, ow, Ava, stop it. You're hurting daddy. And she's just like, grabs my nose and yanks on it. What do I expect? That's what kids do.
Well, it's better than being bald and looking like a penis.
I don't know.
Like me.
I'm bald too. Yeah. So
my kid comes up to me and smacks me on the head because she likes to hear the slap sound.
Oh man, the kid
my hair grows so I can pull it.
Ava will stand behind me on the chair and she pulls my hair. I love it. I don't know what that is. Like she'll just yank on my hair and pull hard and stuff. And then she'll yank my ears. She'll pull my glasses off from behind. That's great.
I like when people play with my hair, when they just start rubbing on my head. I just put me to sleep.
Sound like a woman.
I'm not going to tell you what I like. I was going to. Well,
no, you got to do it now. You got to do it now, EBS.
All right, here's what I like. And Andrea has only done it once, and she won't do it anymore. She goes, "What's the matter with you?" Oh, this is so gross.
I don't know. I want to know now.
Women won't like this when they hear this because I think this is a symbol of the patriarchy. I've seen men on, I've seen men on Morton Downey Jr. and stuff in the 80s, but also on the Maury Povich show. And women start breaking down into tears and going, he makes me do this, and the guy's just like, I'm the man of the house. What is it? I want my toenails clipped. That is the ultimate thing in the world. I want to get up on the couch. I want to take my shoes off. I'm going to put my stinky, sweaty feet in Andrea's lap. I'll put on TV. I'll have a beer. And she is going to play with my feet and clip my toenails. That is a good time.
I'm going to throw up.
The chat is going crazy.
I told you. But you know what? Here's the thing. When you go get a pedicure, that's what they do.
Yeah.
I don't go get pedicures.
Don't do that to Auntie A. She's only done it once. If she did it every day, I would be very happy. Chat is going ballistic. Stop this. Yeah. Why is that so gross? You guys, are any of you married?
I am.
I'm married.
Unsubbed. Look at my sub count dropping. Poor
Don't
Andrea.
give her infamous ideas, someone said.
Why do you guys say poor Andrea when I say she's only done it once? And I don't even ask her to do it. I don't ask her to do it. I just say when she did it once, I liked it. And by the way, Andrea used to be like, when we first started dating, she'd be like, come here, lay on your belly. I'd be like, okay. And she'd get tweezers and little scissors and she'd go at my eyebrows. And I was like, oh, I like being.
It's funny you say that because my wife, around the time we got together, she used to give me foot massages anywhere out of the blue. And now we're married for 14 years and I don't even get that.
Oh, so good, man. I was like, oh, you're grooming me. And then she'd be like, look at your beard. Hold on. And she'd get her scissors and she'd be like, that one hair. And she'd be like, hold on. And I'd be like, oh, you're making me perfect. You're making me perfect. That was great, man. That's when you first start dating. Now I'm like, Andrew, I have a unibrow. Will you please help me? Like, will you pluck my unibrow out? You have tweezers in a mirror. Do it. I'm like, oh.
You know, like a miniature lawnmower, you can just run across your head instead of a regular shaving kit. Just
yeah.
Zzz.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh, I love it. Everybody's so outraged. By the way, my feet are immaculate. You know, some of you, I deliberately said stinky, sweaty feet, but that isn't the state of my feet. My feet are perfect in every way. They really are. Cecil is roasting you so good in the chat, says Dr. Fantastic. Why isn't Cecil in here roasting me?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I haven't seen one thing Cecil said. The chat was moving real fast.
My toes are the size of fingers. They're bigger than your fingers.
Really?
Yeah.
Really Cecil's probably recovering from his brutal beating the other day from two hateful MAGA hat wearers.
By the way, you want to see what happened when I told the foot story? Look at this. See that? That's what happened with the foot story. You guys have seen my feet. You guys have seen my feet.
I haven't. I don't like feet.
Cesario JPN says, does Andrea know you're talking about this right now? I don't know. She might be listening. She knows I talk about stuff. She says, you're a lot like Howard Stern lately. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
That's a good compliment, right? I mean,
yeah. I think of myself like that sometimes. Like I think of my show that way. You know,
it's popular. You know, I like watching. I like hearing it.
People say that. People say I listen to you when I'm driving places, and I'm like, I guess that's what I want to be.
Yeah. Sometimes when you do the live streams, I'm not on. Sometimes I just let you play like out on my speakers, and I just start doing house chores.
Raul Valdez says, how to delete someone else's YouTube channel. Well,
everyone report him for feet crimes.
All right, let me read some super chats. Everybody's like, please change the subject. All right, fine. I was going to talk about my back hair, but I guess we'll move on.
You keep making me spit all over my screen.
Let's see. All right, so Irish King says Uncle E just on Geeks and Gamers, and something else is weird with YouTube. Something to do with views or lack thereof. Yeah, no, I just experienced that, but my views are here now. Yeah, I got 6,748 views on my Captain Marvel video that they were kind of holding back. So I guess it's working now. Boag says, good afternoon, Uncle E. # where's Monica? That's a good hashtag. Where's Monica?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Monica Rambeau?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have cracker ass, Brie Larson as Carl Manverse?
No. Plain dull.
By the way, last night, if you guys were listening to the live stream last night, and I'm assuming a lot of the people who are watching this chat right now, if you were watching last night, I was reading an article by MovieWeb, B. Alan Orange, and he mentioned tacos, and I was trying to figure out what he was doing there because he was definitely taking a shot at me. And some people had theories. Everyone had theories. They're like taco rostico, maybe, and I was like, I don't think that was it. And they were just like, well, maybe he's trying to tempt you to get you off your diet. No, I don't think so. Even though that was a better theory. You know what he was doing?
Yeah.
He was telling my whole Comicsgate allegory. When I said, yeah, we were like, we worked at Burger King until they made the burgers out of soy patties. And then we opened up a hot dog stand in front of the Burger King. That's exactly what he was doing. He was explaining, B. Alan Orange was using Taco Bell instead of Burger King and doing the same thing about Star Wars. God, that guy's smart.
Yeah. I think he's your number one fan.
I really like B. Alan Orange. I don't know if he likes me or not, but he talks about me an awful lot.
Did you get to find out there's any secret code behind the message, behind the article?
Well, that's what he was that was the code. I mean, he really only does one per thing. Like the one time that he spelled Comic Artist Pro Secrets down the margin of one of his articles, like the first letter of every, word
Right.
At this of every sentence at the start of every line was Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and that was fantastic. I didn't realize he had done that. Somebody pointed it out to me. Yeah, but I mean, I was like, what is he doing here? What does this mean? And it was just like, no, he's he basically rewrote my entire Comicsgate allegory as Taco Bell instead of Burger King, and he applied it to Star Wars. I was like, damn, I love this guy. Yeah. So mystery solved. No, I'm not the Alan Orange. I don't have any secret identities.
Are you Tom Cruise and he's your Rain Man?
He's your goose.
You could be my goose. No. Zach's my goose. No, Zach's Iceman. Zach would be Iceman, If we're talking Top Gun and not Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're doing there. Philip West says the Fandom Menace should start its own movie review site to replace Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, we have to replace everything.
Wasn't I think Jeremy made an announcement last night that I think the Geek and Gamer website gonna do something big. I think they're gonna make like a review. I mean, from the way he made the comment sound, and that sound like they're gonna do one of their own.
Oh, okay. The problem with it is that people go, well, yeah, but that's just a fake thing. Like, people would rather subvert the existing platforms and turn them righteous, but it's like, I don't know, can't really do that, So instead we have, we're trying to, it's funny. It's like the right there are a few non-SJW comic book review sites. You got Bounding Into Comics, obviously. You've got Cosmic Book News. What's the other one? Bounding Into Comics.
I'm talking about the same one. I'm talking about Monster Comics.
There's One Angry Gamer is another good one. But we have a few, It's just that, yeah.
The one from last night that you read, what was that called again? Ichibaka?
Oh, yeah. Disney Star Wars is done, but that's just Ichibaka's blog. That's not like that doesn't purport to report on all the pop culture news.
Right.
Bleeding Fool. That's what they just told me in the chat. Yeah, Bleeding Fool's the other one. Mark C says Zazie Beetz would make an awesome Monica Rambeau. And GR People says, don't mind this, just putting in the new card details. Thanks, GR People. Bloodwork, thanks for $20. Says Mike left at the same time as V. Think he's hitting him up for some of those Roman phallic images he was talking about? That's using your noggin, and that's understanding who Mike Miller really is. Ultra Star says you should check out Jody's Corner. Soyboard Panboy says, EVS, did you see Ricada versus Soyboy 2 nights ago? No, I didn't. I didn't see that. Hi, babe. You want to come over and say hi? Oh, you were listening. You were. She comes over with tweezers. All right, check between my eyes. Come here, sweetie. Go ahead, get it.
There we go.
Don't do that.
That's awesome.
Am I gonna get it? Yeah. What about my ears too? No,
not the ears.
I wanted to pluck your ears. Oh.
So, Cecil.
Little guest star from Andrea there. All right. She never does that. But that, I mean, people are like, is she listening? Yeah, she is. She's listening. She's up there listening to the show. Where was I? Diversity in Comics Bear says, you and Geeks and Gamers currently have 4,400 viewers combined. That's nice. Mark C says, they unrang your bell on me. See, that's the problem. Oh, the chat's going nuts. Everyone's happy to see Auntie Andrea.
Check your subs count now. See if it went up with her guest appearance.
Not yet, no. But it didn't go down, and that's a good thing. Yeah. People are saying she should wax my back. She's done that before a couple times. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, Cecil's in here. Hi, Cecil.
Hello.
Good to see you.
I don't have a great connection today. I'm at work. I have to fucking work again like a regular schmuck.
Oh my goodness.
Geeks and Gamers raid.
Yeah, Jeremy's in the chat. He says Geeks and Gamers are raiding this chat. Oh boy.
Ooh la la.
That's what we need.
Hey, did Threaten Jeremy ever pay you?
No.
I'm gonna choke that guy out. He is threatened. That
was your best performance. Yeah.
That was the best. I don't know if I got another one of those in me.
Well, you know what, Cecil, you did such a good job that honestly you should be paid for it. And my feeling is this, and I'm being dead serious now, Cecil, and you don't have to answer this because
I'm
you know,
listening.
but I think everybody should tip you. Like, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be the permanent auctioneer. And then at the end of the night, everybody who's on here who made a little money because of your hard work should toss you a tip.
10%.
Just the tip, though.
Just I keep using the word tip when we're talking about penises. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I would like it if Cecil made a little money off of his hard work. Just makes sense to me. And you know, I will say, I didn't think this was any big deal. You know, Mike was like, "Could you do the auction?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll do the auction, sure." And I thought it was just going to be me and Mike, and other people showed up. So I had a whole stack of artwork to kind of keep it going. A lot of people showed up, and like a lot of people were like, that really helped out. Like that really helped out. So it's like you have to remember these are people who have bills to pay. I had to yell at a fan who was just like, what do you think about doing it for charity? I was like, what do you think about no? It's like, you might think everybody here is independently wealthy. These people are not independently wealthy. And, you know, everybody could use a little push at the end of the month to help meet their bills for the next month. So, and that's what this was.
That happens with the arts, though. People don't realize that that's your job. That's work. They think it's like, it's hard to explain to people. They're like, oh, it's not a real job. Like, but no, it's your time and that's your money.
Yeah. And these people, again, I mean, it's quick cash, you know, it's like, yeah, we should do it once a month, you know, we should do it once a month. And I don't, you know, I would definitely do it here. Cecil, I think you should host because you know what, it drags without you, you know, you were so funny. You made it really, really fun.
I just needed a couple drinks in me. That's all.
All right. Well, we can do that for you. And also you should get paid for it, you know? So anyway, we'll do that. Like, I think we'll do it like the last weekend of every month. So that way, you know, and we'll host it here because that way, you know, people will make money for their bills the next month. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I wouldn't even say that, except everybody was just like, "Oh my gosh, that was so helpful." I was like, "Okay, good." Even
Cecil, how are you feeling, man? How are you holding up after your incident?
Well, you know, most of the pain, you know, I'm used to being physically attacked now on a weekly basis, but this one had a psychological edge to it. So, Ethan has no idea what you're talking about.
I bet you had a hard time sleeping.
Ethan, I don't know if you saw my last video. Actually, I do know you didn't see it. There was a hate crime in my sister's basement. These two MAGA hat wearing thugs beat the shit out of me. This is Trump's America.
Yeah.
This is what you voted for.
Well, Cecil, I got another bad news for you, man. Got 4 more years of this.
I'm so sorry that happened to you, Cecil. You are so brave.
You're so brave. You read about hate crime. You know, you read about fake hate crimes all the time, but when to be involved in one, it's really you never really prepared.
Yeah. No, why should you be? I wouldn't want you to be prepared for that. You shouldn't have to be prepared for a hate crime in the United States of America, but
at least you caught it on video. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get involved in a fake hate crime. I had to order a "Make America Great Again" hat. There was a lot involved.
I didn't do it. A lot of people are saying I did it. I didn't even know about it. I was not responsible, you know, for assaulting Cecil in his basement at all. But you are very brave.
Put up sketches.
Yeah. Cecil, yeah. I'm so sorry.
I accept thoughts and prayers, by the way. Actually, I accept thoughts and prayers. Send them my way. Everybody who does pray, give a prayer to Mike Angerhouse is getting brain surgery today. So let's keep him in our prayers.
Who's getting brain surgery? What is this?
Mike Anger.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Epilepsy. He's having a pretty serious surgery today.
That's crazy, man. I hope he's okay. I wish him the best.
Mm.
Not to bring everything down, but I was just thinking about him.
Cecil just killed my mood. Thanks, Cecil.
All right, bye everyone.
Yeah, Cecil just killed the stream. Way to go, Nasser.
It's awful. All right, let me read some super chat, Cecil. Will that make you feel better?
I think so.
Okay, good. EVS, did you see Ricada versus Soyboy 2 nights ago? Asked Soyboy Panboy. No, I didn't. I didn't see that at all. And Jam Create says, I met Zach Levi at New York City Comic Con. He was cool to my daughter. That's all I need to know about him. Also, Mike was cool to me at New York City Comic Con. I like him too. Mexi Man and Cheese says, SJWs must have dirt on Bob Iger. Blink once for help. M430D says, Death Battle, The Boss, MGS3 Snake Eater versus Black Widow. Who's your pick?
I don't know what any of that is.
The Boss.
Got me on Lost.
Oh, he's talking about the wrestler, probably. Isn't that her? Oh, no, that's the man.
I thought they were guns. I'm looking at this like, what is he?
Oh, the boss is that's a isn't that the gun that it's like a handgun that shoots shotguns? No, that's the judge. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I don't either, but yeah, like I feel like Homeland Security is gonna be alerted to this. Mark Richards.
You just read that out and like activated a Manchurian candidate somewhere.
Oh no, that's the last thing I wanted to do today. Mark Richards says, I just supported Mike's comic threesome and gave him a personalized message from EVS. I hope it was not penis related, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was penis related. Johnson says, you can use retweets, not interested, through Flickster app. Mark C says, Campia thinks outrage against Brie Larson is fake. Hold my beer. Campia is something else lately, man. That guy has spun off the rails. He used to be a spokesperson for the fans, but I just don't think he is anymore.
Became a sellout.
Yeah. You can tell that people. Here's the thing, you can tell when people get concerned about, I want to get a pass. I want to get a press pass to go to a Disney movie. Like, you want to be a part of that club. I don't want to be a part of that club. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in trying to figure out the truth. And I could be wrong, but I feel like I know these people really well. I feel like I understand SJWs now, and when I see it go down, I want to talk about it. I want to make it clear to people. I'm not interested in people can hate me for that. That's all right. At this point, I'm used to like 70% of the world hating me. Like, I've grown accustomed to that. That's okay with me now.
I think you're rounding down.
Am I rounding down? Maybe more than 70%. Jesus. Well, the other part loves me though, and that's comforting. I always tell Andrea, like, yeah, but our fans love us. I mean, they really do love us, and that's it. Doesn't matter if people you don't like hate you when the people you do like love you. That's important.
Very true.
Yeah, if it were the other way around, it would be awful. Leon Bowman says, Comic Artist Pro, I want to make a comic. Well, do it, man. Make a comic. Make your dreams come true. What is that meme? Do it. Make your dreams real. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like Nike, make a comic.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I know.
It's the kid from Transformers saying, do it. Just.
Yeah, that's Guy LaBeouf. What the hell's his name? Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
LaBeouf.
I look at that guy and I go, I probably would be his friend. Like, he's somebody who, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. He's an SJW. I always look at people who are like unfortunate, like celebrities, and I go, even though like they're sad, I bet if I met them, like my number one pick is Vanilla Ice. Like, I would be Vanilla Ice's friend. He'd be my buddy. I don't know why I think that, but I think that all the time. I see him doing weird stuff, talking about getting hung outside a window by his feet by Suge Knight and shitting his pants. And I go, I don't know. Some of it, I'm just like, yeah, I'd probably be his pal. I'd be like, yeah, man, I understand. Ice baby.
Yeah, I feel like I could orchestrate a fake hate crime with Shia LaBeouf. I feel like we would click.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be like, damn, 4chan finding my flag. I don't know.
That was great.
Wasn't that cool? That was my favorite part of
that was really great.
Yeah, the election.
Yeah.
Coming back. I heard Medicare. I was watching a Medicare stream, and he was talking about Bernie Sanders, getting back into the election and running, and he sounded so excited about it. He's like, now if we can only get Jeb Bush to run again, he's like, this 2020 is going to be so funny. I'm like, I want to believe that. Like, that sounds great. That sounds like a good time.
I mean, it's kind of weird for Bernie Sanders to get involved right now with the backdrop of Venezuela in flames, which he was pointing to as a success story like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I think I'm a capitalist, and I think he's out of his fucking mind. But I'm sorry, I think he's out of his mind, and I think it's kind of ridiculous for him to get involved.
I don't think he can possibly win, but I don't know, man. I just want a repeat of 2016. I want to get the band back together.
I voted for him last time. I won't be voting for him this time.
You voted for Sanders last time?
Yeah.
Did you think he was Colonel Sanders? Is that why?
No, I just didn't want to vote for Trump or Hillary, and he was the closest one that matched what I wanted.
Socialism?
Which was what?
Not for everything. Like, I don't want 100% socialism in the country. I do want, free college education and free healthcare for the country. But there was a lot of things I didn't agree with him on. But those things I did want.
Yeah.
But I knew I was basically throwing away my vote.
Yeah.
AVS, can I read you something?
Yep.
It's about Captain Marvel.
Okay.
All right. It goes, Marvel Studios' Captain Marvel is soaring toward a domestic opening worth of $100 million, as possibly as $150 million, as positive buzz about the film continues to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Buzz from what?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It says positive buzz continues to grow.
Well, that is a lie, because first of all, the idea of it soaring to 100 million is a they were hoping for 180 million, and then it sort of collapsed to 80 million, and now it's like, yeah, 100 million, that's going to be fine. Positive buzz is interesting. The positive buzz is just a bunch of shills who are paid to say good things about the movie, and they're saying the exact same things that the shills said about Solo, a Star Wars story. They said it's a blast. I caught two different reviews saying it's a blast.
And I heard you were saying like how they were saying it's outpacing Black Panther. Yeah. Now they're saying it's outpacing Aquaman, and they're doing the exact same tactic.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's so weird, man. I want to believe this movie is like the 2020 election. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we watched this go down with Ghostbusters 2016. We watched that movie get destroyed because of its stupid SJWism. We watched Solo end up being a punishment for Disney for The Last Jedi. And it's like, can we do it again? You know what I mean?
I couldn't get half an hour of Solo.
Oh my God.
Remember the election 2016, all the polls that Donald Trump was going to lose? He didn't have a chance of hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on right now with Captain Marvel. All these polls are saying, they're going to make millions to maybe in $1 billion on it. And it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to go nowhere.
I think Solo would have done a lot better if at some point the Aquaman guy came out and started banging the Khaleesi.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have done a lot better if you could actually see what's going on in the movie.
A little dark and muddy, isn't it?
The entire half hour I saw, even in the daylight, it was just like, do I need to turn the brightness up on my TV or something?
Yeah.
Is it that dark? I didn't get to see it.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what the weird thing is? I wasn't that excited to see Captain Marvel even before she opened her mouth. Like, the trailers weren't that good. Like, it was kind of like I always looked at it like a homework assignment before Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wasn't excited for it. And now I'm like, fuck this chick. I'm sorry. Screw this chick.
Yeah, but that's that's what people are telling me. They're like, I have to see this movie because it's the missing piece in between. It really is blackmail. It's like, you're gonna miss something if you don't see this movie. It leads into Infinity War, and from what I'm reading, it doesn't actually. From what I'm reading, it doesn't. It's just like, hey, what's
she's gonna show up, and you'll go, oh, okay, Noah from the movie 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I think it'll probably be just something in the after credits scene, or maybe at the end of the very end of the movie, she'll say, you know, call me when you need me or something. Here's this thing. It'll be a very, very minor thing that'll connect it to Infinity War. And I guarantee it'll be something you see on YouTube.
Yeah, you need to know how Nick Fury got the phone.
Yeah, usually the opening night, if you go on YouTube and say after credit scene, it'll be up. Somebody usually films it and throws the after credit scene up.
Yeah. That's all it is. You don't need to see it. You really don't need to see it, but they're making you think that you do, so that you can just roll right into the last Avengers movie. But you don't need to.
I was able to see the after credit scene, all important stuff from Thor Ragnarok, in order to understand what was going on in Infinity War, because I didn't see Ragnarok until after I saw Infinity War.
Mike S. Miller's back. Hello, Mike.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. Yeah, so I think
Is that?
Oh, God.
That's Detective Dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Appreciate that.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, Mike's drawn Detective Dead for you?
Yeah, he's gonna cover for me.
Nice.
Awesome.
So here's what's
Mike.
gonna happen with Captain Marvel. It's like once people see it, like opening weekend is going to be it, because it's like opening weekend, people are going to go see it. They're going to all tell each other that it's not necessary. And then people will not go back and see it the next week. Big
International Women's Day.
By the way, I was telling you on one of the streams, I think my nephew's entire school, the elementary school 1 through 5, on a Friday is going to see Captain Marvel. I don't know how the hell.
Why are they all being put in detention?
I don't know how the hell they managed that, but yeah,
it's such crap.
My sister-in-law.
Well,
oh, the whole school.
What's it going to be rated? Just PG?
Probably, yeah.
It's got to be PG, you know.
At least for the violence, yeah.
Punching old ladies.
So that means parental guidance. Did they get everyone had to have approval from the parents, right?
There will be no sex appeal in that movie, Mike.
Well, this is the thing, Cecil, right? Hey, Cecil, I don't get why they take them to see Captain Marvel when How to Train Your Dragon is coming out in like a week after.
One of my kids told me one of the main characters in How to Train Your Dragon is gay now. They're making one of them gay.
Really?
Yeah.
A dragon?
Oh.
I don't know. It's just funny because one of my kids told me. It's like, this is where I get news now.
Mike, that's where you get your gay news. You know, get it from school, they bring it to you.
Did Marco Polo ever see a gay dragon while in China, Mike?
That's a good question.
I'm not certain.
Stop avoiding the question.
I haven't seen that particular report.
Uncle Ethan, do yourself a favor, watch Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. They are adult anime. Afro Samurai is good as well, says Mopar Club Cab. Mark C says, Kevin Clash, the voice of Elmo, was me too. I'll bet he'd make a video for you cheap.
Huh. Captain Marvel is PG-13.
Wow.
So how are first to fifth graders going to go see Captain Marvel?
I know, right? What the
Maybe
heck?
probably for the punching and stuff. I don't know. Is there going to be
PG-13, you said?
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing right now on Google.
Listen, this is very liberal New York I'm living in, so they can,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, he's all right. My mom told me that they passed free college in New York now.
Oh, maybe I'll go back to school.
Yeah.
Go to get a degree in women's studies.
I've been meaning to.
Is the Oh wait, Troy Stewart says male bees drones only purpose is to fornicate. Oh, how about that? Male bees, all they do, their entire existence is to bone.
But there's only one queen. That's a pretty wretched existence.
There's only one queen, and it's Freddie Mercury. That's even worse, Mike.
I want to see
I crossed 5,000 subs. Whoop, whoop.
Good for you.
Yeah, I got 600.
Yeah. I passed 106 here today, and now I'm at 106, 119. We're moving along, man. This has been
Nobody likes
a
a braggart, Ethan. Nobody likes a braggart.
Yeah.
Well,
You're doing
remember,
good.
I started before you guys. I started way before you guys, and then I told you guys to get started. So you're doing fine, man. You guys are doing great. Cam1138 says unsubscribe from Mike's channel.
Yeah, everybody go subscribe to mine. Unsubscribe to Mike's and go subscribe to mine.
I feel like there are powerful forces keeping my site down.
How many are you at now?
6,400.
Well, then those powerful forces are working harder on mine than they are on yours.
Yeah, look, somebody said apparently 106,000 people like braggarts. That was a good comeback. All right. Zilamali Bloom says, if you still want to comment on sites without comments, use Dissenter from Gab. Mike Jenkins says the hot dogs and the donuts. That's better than the birds and bees. I agree. The Outlaw says, don't just boycott Captain Marvel, boycott Avengers Endgame, Marvel, and all of Hollywood. Stop giving your money to people crushing your balls. That's where half of my money goes right now, to be honest with you. People crushing my balls.
That sounds like a
You
fetish.
know Mistress Ivy?
Have you seen these people? They're these guys who go to women, and these women just kick them right in the balls.
What?
That's what they do. That's their fetish, is to get kicked real hard by women.
I feel like that's what Brie just did to Captain Marvel. Zachary.
I hear you. I think so too. Major Bloodknock says, Uncle E, have you seen Jimmy Dory on Adpocalypse 2? No. Why? No. Trencher 1375 says, a great show of respect. Mark C says, never apologize. Now Mike Zan can double down on persecuting you. Mike, I was reading them my apology to you and explaining to them that it was not sincere at all, and I am not sorry. But I read them my apology. I said, is this convincing? And they agreed. It was convincing. So that's what I was trying to do. Jay Gat says, your feet have toe thumbs. Lloyd Aloha said, my wife doesn't do that for me. Don't feel bad, EVS. JP Got Rocket says, did Rob Liefeld draw your feet? Lloyd Aloha says, my wife likes my feet and I love hers too. I know. Yeah.
Unless they look like Brie Larson's feet.
Can you imagine Brie Larson's feet in your mouth?
Come on.
Please don't make me puke. I legitimately will now.
Her toenails are really messed up, man.
For real. She looks like she has ballerina feet.
Ugh.
No, I said it looks like a catcher's mitt shoved into an open toe sandal.
You were being generous.
I don't have a problem with feet. Like, some people find feet really disgusting. I've never found feet really particularly gross. That's never been a thing that I found disgusting. But I mean,
people are leaving penis comments on my freaking Meg Indiegogo now, Ethan. Damn it.
Mike, I promise you I didn't ask them to do that. I didn't. In fact, I discourage it. I disavow it. Go ahead and keep doing it, guys. I'm just kidding. George Alexopoulos says, only 7 days left on my Indiegogo campaign, the Problematic Collection. Take a look via my Twitter, gprime85. George, good luck with that. Mike, do they have to buy your mag in order to leave a penis comment?
Yeah, they do.
All right.
Well, only buyers can comment.
I actually bought, but I never left one. I'll be right back.
All right. Make it good, Cecil.
What if they donate?
Nobody knows 808 says, Brie Larson, I mean, Captain Marvel would be worthy of lifting your sweaty stink feet and giving you a pedicure while you drink beer. I agree. Jake Rare Art, thanks for 99 cents. Jared Mitchell said, recently my kids and I watched your entire interview with Kelly Jones. They were fascinated. Just want to say thanks for the good memory. Yeah, that was a really good show. Kelly Jones was extraordinary. It was a good interview.
When was that?
A year ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
You never got that Dracula Batman picture.
No. He wanted to give it to me. I wouldn't take it. I said, sell it for charity. I don't want other people's artwork. I got to be honest with you.
Kelly, if you're listening, sell it for charity means send it to Cecil.
Liam Gray says, hashtag true love. Udi Sui says, hey, Ethan, you should bring Vinny Tartamella to your show to talk about his comic Through the Woods on Indiegogo. Love you guys. You're the best. Yeah, I bring these newbies on, and I don't know. not everyone is a professional broadcaster like Critias.
Huh, I wish.
It does take it's a rare talent, it's like, I don't know, finding the chemistry. Me and Mike have good chemistry. Mike doesn't think so.
Yeah, I see it.
Mostly.
But we do. No, I mean, when it is kind of funny. It makes people laugh.
I don't disagree. It does make people laugh.
And Cecil has good chemistry with himself.
Cecil's good wherever he goes. I mean, there's some places there's some people who kill his timing. You do have to let him go.
I have a wonderful knack of accidentally cutting you off when I have something to say.
That is true. Don't think I haven't noticed, and don't think you won't be punished for it.
It's not intentional. I just have really bad timing.
Thunderbird says tip for Cecil. Tip Cecil, says Darth Danes. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Mike. We're talking about doing these live stream auctions once a month at the last weekend of every month on my channel. You can do them every week on your channel, but I'll do one on mine at the end of every month once. And we'll get Cecil to be the auctioneer, and I think it would be good manners to tip him. Everybody who is a part of it, tip Cecil for his good work. He's selling all these things.
He loves getting tipsy.
Yeah.
That was a good dad joke. I like that. I enjoyed that, Mike. Napalm Boner Fart says charity doesn't pay the bills. I know, Mike. They were like, "Why don't you guys do auctions for charity?" I was like, "How about no? How about if we keep all the money that we make and spend it on candy and bubble gum? That's what I'm gonna do."
I was listening to Doug's stream yesterday. He was doing everybody was doing their testimonial for Christ. And in that stream, Doug mentioned that good deeds do not get you into heaven. So really, don't waste your time anymore, people. Doug's right.
I like it. Yeah, that is one Christian philosophy. And Mike probably subscribes to that. Yeah.
Yep. That is that's what the gospel teaches.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Don't bother.
Well, I guess you don't have to follow the commandments, 10 commandments. You don't have to.
Well, that's not what gets you into heaven. You do that
faith without works isn't dead. I guess all that stuff.
No. If you want to get into a theological discussion, it is faith that saves.
No, I surrender.
Whatever you say, Mike, you're correct.
Yeah, last thing we want to do.
Mike, when you're standing naked before the man being judged, and then he goes, "What have you done?" And you go, "Well, I gave a sketch to somebody once." It's good to have that in your back pocket.
Yeah. I honestly, I expect that to get me into heaven.
Well, it's not like good works you're not rewarded from them. You are rewarded for good works, but that is not how you get into heaven.
In what form?
I don't know. It says store up treasures in heaven, so it's
money. Smug self-satisfaction.
Position.
It's a reward.
Not money, I would assume. It says crowns in heaven, but then you lay your crowns at the feet of Jesus anyways. But positionally, it's not, heaven isn't communist. Everybody doesn't go up there and everyone gets the same reward. Your rewards in heaven are based on your deeds on earth. So it's not it's not salvation. You can't undo the bad you've done by doing good, right? The only thing that can undo the bad you've done is accepting Christ as your savior.
Mike, if I may interject, Chad, I'm sorry I started this. Go ahead, Mike.
The chat just literally said, I think they've forgotten that we're even here. And I'm not. I'm looking at the chat and I'm shaking my head. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, we're not we won't do religious talk here. We'll get right back to
We do that on my channel, Blacklist Universe, every day if you want to join.
Mike,
we don't talk about that on my channel.
Yeah, I know.
People in the chat have converted to Islam while you were talking, Mike.
I saw that.
Ezart, thanks for 100 pesos. Oh, Count Dracula says Cecil lights rise up. And Ezart says, hey, EVS, is there a redemption route for Cap Brie at this point? Asked Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He said no, LOL. I have to agree with Jeremy. I'm sick of her. Get her out of here. And You know, honestly, she annoys the hell out of me. And if she did anything differently, I would know she was faking. Boag says, I hope they catch those Cecil-phobic MAGA haters. Cecil, who were these people that beat the crap out of you?
I mean, whoever they were big. It takes two of them to take me down. They were big guys, but they were wearing masks. You know, cowards.
Cowards, man. Those red hats.
I think they've been watching your streams lately, Cecil, because they use some of the masks that you wear. They were trying to make a point.
Clearly they broke into the house and stole my own masks. But either way,
Cecil, red hat red, hatred. All right,
right there. The signs are
plain as the nose on your face.
Are you going to see a psychologist for this, or
what's that?
Are you going to see a psychologist?
Yeah, I've been seeing a psychologist.
No, not the bartender.
Mike is salty tonight.
Yeah, he just
Tonight?
assaulted your nose.
This
It's
afternoon.
1 p.m.
Yeah,
I
Mike.
gotta get my Xanax from somewhere, Mike.
I don't know why you're mad, dude. Everything's going your way. Everyone gets together to kiss up to Mike S. Miller. He's got his 5,000 viewers on YouTube. He, and still he's salty. Still he insults everyone around him. I don't understand it. And poor Cecil. Like Cecil wasn't asking for that. Cecil, for you talking like as though his his therapy, which is very important to him. And Cecil is in all kinds of therapy. Like Cecil goes to therapy and does hot yoga at the same time. Cecil has a kind of homeopathic body and mind kind of spiritual thing going on, and you just denigrate him and say you're bartender. You apologize to Cecil.
Yeah.
So mean, Mike.
I'm sorry, Cecil. I love you, buddy.
Don't yell at him. Talk to him nicely, Mike. Come on. Why are you shouting at him for?
I've been doing Wim Hof cold therapy and hot yoga at the same time.
Yeah. God bless you, Cecil. Look, I'm not into it. You're a lot more into the kind of spiritual, kind of hippie, kind of dippy thing. But I
want to get to the center of it all. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Hip hop.
Are SJWs the hippies of our time?
No, SJWs and hippies are completely different. Yeah. Hippies are just annoying and smelly.
Hippies and meth.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. Like hippies on meth are SJWs. Like they're self-destructive, they're destructive, they're hateful. They need,
the Nazis came up with meth. Because they actually had meth labs in battle because they wanted something that would keep their troops awake and angry. And that's where meth comes from. That's true.
Okay.
The Air Force also used methamphetamines to keep their pilots awake on the Pacific flights around from Guam to the Philippines to San Diego. That's why San Diego has Claremont was like the meth capital of America for a good long time. And that's how we got onto the whole tank heist thing, because we were talking about meth, and then I was talking about the guy that stole the tank in San Diego and drove it down the highway. He was on meth. He was a meth head.
Mike
from Claremont.
Way too much about meth.
Walter White.
Didn't that guy get killed though when they opened? They shouldn't have shot him. He was a hero.
Spoilers.
Okay, I have to finish reading my super chats because Andrea needs to go order a birthday cake, and she says Ava is sleeping upstairs. So, all right, so she wants me to come upstairs and watch Ava while she sleeps while she gets a birthday cake. All right, so here we go. Let's read these super chats, guys. Let's see. Bernie needs another beach house, Ethan, says Liam Gray. Chris Chambers says EVS should put together a video like your I Am the Leader of Comicsgate montage, but instead make it Brie Larson's movie Silence My Voice. That would be funny. John McGarity says Disney's SJW agenda is because of Bob Iger. He's a serious SJW. Star Wars, Marvel, etc. are going to be SJW until he retires. It all starts with him. Nicholas Glenn says free healthcare and education is not free. Yes, Donald. Rick Antare says, did anyone see the tweet from Mark Kern that knitting is now under attack from SJWs? Of all things, knitting, nothing is truly sacred. I got to look into that. Mark C says, I think Hollywood lives in and gets their information from an echo chamber. Vince Garrett says, just got my copy of Graveyard Shift #1. Malin and Polton have completely knocked it out of the park. Such a good comic. Barry Soitaro says, I'm hoping these Marvel movies are going to end up just like socialism with starvation and genocide. Wow, that's spicy. Snark Decon DM says, dicks out for Mike. Mike, dicks out for Mike.
No,
I'm way ahead of you.
We're not.
TMI.
Well, not way.
Shortly.
All right. Where was I? Maga Man says, at least no one is calling it the Smeg. Seedfan85 says, how long are Meg and Six Gun going to be open? Trevor Wright says, EVS, is Mike projecting when he pretends to not like wiener pics? I don't know.
Don't protest too much.
Yeah. Cesario JPN says, sorry, was watching Ricardo Law's live stream last night talking about how that one guy tried to talk him down about Vic Mignogna and getting wrecked hard. I want to see that. Geek Out Loud says, check out Tales from the Stacks on Indiegogo, guaranteed to be one of the best written books in CG, written by an actual writing professor, Professor Geek. Snarkticon DM says, original hippies had good music at least. Maz G says, Cecil is right. The Sisters of Mercy lyric Hot Metal and Methadrine is a reference to the German use of amphetamines during the war. Lucretia, my reflection, Maz G. Don't think I wasn't goth once. Panda says, EVS, I'd like to thank you. I love to listen to you in the gym. Let's get Jack, baby. This is manga country. Stand with Vic.
Ah.
All right, Panda. Liam Gray says, you're going to stream when EVS goes to dad, Mike? Everyone wants you to stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to do cross-examinations.
All right, awesome. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. This was kind of fun. It was a pretty good stream. I enjoyed it. It started out negative, but it turned into something positive. You know, when Mike apologized to Cecil.
Yeah. It was like a heavy weight was lifted from this whole thing.
Yeah. Everyone could breathe again. So thank you everyone for being here, and we will. I'll be back probably. Oh, I'm back tonight for the High Council. It's going to be right here on this channel. So come join us for the High Council, and I will see you guys all later. Thanks very much.
Talk to me.